Hey, we're here finally.
We are here. Sorry, I had a very important thing to do. Anyway, welcome back to our live L&K Stamping Events, back live. And today it is a last chance party.
A party?
A party.
Woohoo, party!
Because it's the last chance for love. And for some of the things that we love. Because we're going to show you a whole bunch of things that are retiring. That doesn't mean you can't use them, but they are in the last chance category, which means get it while it's hot.
Get it while it's hot.
Right?
Also, they will be still on last chance until they sell out.
Yep.
So just because the catalog period ends doesn't mean you won't be able to get them. But they will only be there till they sell out. And when they sell out, they're gone, gone, gone.
Gone, baby.
Bye, bye, bye.
But if you want to know which things are going to go on last chance and which things are carrying over, check out our last live. Because we've been done that.
Yeah,
okay?
we walk through the catalog. So
walk through. All right, let's get rolling. Here we go. Flippy. Here we go. Kathy said we're on, so that's awesome. Beautiful. Okay, I'm going to be sharing my favorite last chance, the link together set and dies. But before we do, we thought we'd go through and share some of our favorites that are going bye. Okay, KK, this is one of your favorites.
It's one of my favorites. It's the sweet peas, and they're just so darling. And it's also with the something.
It's right here. It is the full of life. Full of life, baby. Sounds like I'm Jamaican.
You are Jamaican.
And that is Jamaican, man. And this is a beautiful thing. And this is not last chance. This is not. It's still there. And it don't say no last chance.
Okay.
You can check it, but
I will check it.
Okay. Another one. Another fave of KK's. First of all, she loves Target.
I love Target. That's Attention Shoppers.
Attention Shoppers. Get cute little cart. And it looks so cute. Done in silver and full of all the things that come with it.
Yep, and that background.
Oh, yeah. Wait.
Folder's going too.
The embossing folder. That's a last chance. And then here is this last chance, which for us East Coasters, we love our crabbies and our lobsters. So I don't know the name of it, but it's the last chance. I don't know. It's Friends,
maybe.
Yeah, maybe. And then check out these two cards. Again, we love our themes, our ocean theme things. I don't remember the name of that one either, but it's beautiful. And this one is a shaker card. I should take it out to show you. Maybe not. Nope, well, maybe not. I forget it. You can see it. It shakes. It's got real sand in there.
Shake your card now.
Okay, and here's one of my favorites that's going out, and I'm so sad. It's the zinnias. Oh, I love this set. Beautiful paper, beautiful images, and then the dies make this cool 3D flower. I mean, just gorgeous.
That is a pretty set.
So pretty. Actually, did I use that in the fair last year? I think so. I won first place in the Hoko. And then here's one more with a really neat opening. Yeah, bye, little zinnias. Love you so much.
You're right. That full of life paper is sticking around.
It's sticking around.
Yay.
Sticking around. Okay, this little set had a bunch of images. And...
oh, that's a beautiful set.
yes, I don't remember the name.
I don't remember anything.
It would be nice if I told you all the name, but I don't know. It's in there. This is in the general catalog, too.
Yes,
in the annual catalog. Okay, this cool embossing folder, 3D embossing folder, also bye-bye. And it's really nice, especially if you like 3D embossing folders. I just heard a crash. Hopefully my husband's okay.
You okay?
All right, this is another one of my favorites. This is a background stamp of all leaves, and I just love it. And you can see I did some inking here. I just did some ink blending, which we're gonna talk about today.
That's called Leaf Collection.
Leaf Collection. Okay, and it's one big stamp with all these leaves. You can color them individually or use it as a background stamp. So cool. This is one of the ones I demonstrated earlier. This paper is going away because all of the DSP that coordinates with the in colors refreshes every year. So there's still in colors paper for this set of colors, but the patterns will be different. Okay, in this paper, which this is no stamping, this is all paper and folding. This paper is also out the door. Hit the flow, out the door. Okay, and then here's one of my very favorite stamp sets. I gotta show you this. We've used this at some of our workshops called Hooray for Surprises, and what's really neat about it is I love these sayings. Hope your birthday's wonderful, sending lots of love, you're simply amazing. I took the hooray, can't wait to see you, and did a little stamp surgery so I can just say hooray, or can't wait to see you. Anyway, make a wish, and it's got a cute little candle and everything. You'll see that a little later. So here's some cards that come from that. And what's neat is the dies. Oh, I'll show you the dies. Die. The dies have a secret, okay? So there's circles and then another circle, and see the little tabs there? And then the set says pull, because underneath this, you stamp it, and underneath, I'll give you a sneak peek under there, it says sending lots of love. So the recipient pulls this tab and rips that off, and then it says on the little secret message. Cool? Another one just with a set without the secret tab. Okay, love that. Again, it's those sayings that are so cute. And then look what that little heart makes. A strawberry. A strawberry. And again, it pulls and it's got a secret message underneath. I forget what I put under there. Another one, same type party. Look at that. Can you see it? It's upside down, which is probably why I didn't send it. You're the best. And then it even makes a secret pull tab. So this one, you pull the tab and it comes out. And what I put underneath and sent to, I think I sent it to Maddie for her birthday, was I had a gift card in there.
Ooh.
Yep, so I could hide a gift card. Okay, that's called Hooray for Surprises. It's on the last chance. Okay, this one, I'm surprised they're getting rid of this one, but they are. And I got a bunch of cards for this one. It has this die. This is the thoughtful journey, thoughtful wishes, thoughtful something.
It's something like that, but I will look it up in just a second.
Okay, and what I love about that, thoughtful expressions. And it has these images. It has this die, okay?
No,
so
that's not it.
Thoughtful something. The animal.
Wishes.
Thoughtful wishes, okay. And this is another type of ink blending we can demonstrate sometime. I love that. Okay, and then this beautiful, I don't know, what do you call that? Embellishment, swoosh, something. And then this was die cut inlay, which we're going to do today. And I'm going to show you how to do die cut inlay. But look how pretty. So cool. So those guys, they're still available. They are. Oh, Vanna's going to take away my stuff. Thank you. Take them away, baby. Take them away. So those are going bye-bye. But only for us. Only for us. But they are last chance, so you have to hurry and get them. Get them. Okay, today I'm going to focus back, like I said, on this link together. It's got some nice big images, which sometimes the images can be small. And it's got some nice photopolymer. It's got this awesome die set. And once again, we have stencils. Ooh, stencils. So these are a little different than the stencils that we demonstrated the last time I demonstrated, because it's not like the rose or whatever. These are background stencils, and they can just be used in so many ways. Well, let me show you.
Let's see.
Let's see. Shall we see?
Please.
Okay. Again, one of my favorite is the dies. Ooh, look at that, look at that, look at that. We need that in a minute.
Nice dies.
They're very nice dies. So here's a simple card made just with this beautiful Bokeh DSP, not on the last chance list. Look at that. It almost looks like, I think Easter eggs, really.
Yeah, that's true.
But look at the back. Cool, huh? They're different on the front and the back. So this is a pretty simple card. It just has the So Happy For You stamped. And then I die cut it with that triangle, whatever you call it, diamond. And then this is that technique that I demonstrated on, what it is, show it as a tip, I think, on our newsletter. So if you don't get our newsletter, you need it. Okay, and that's where you just take the die, you run it through and cut it out. Okay, so pretend I just cut that. And then before you take it out of the die, you flip it over and you just run it through. This comes with your pick tool.
No, it's an extra.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's the extra. Use the fat one.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a stylus, and then you just run it around like that, and you can do this with any dies. The dies you have, you can do this with. And what's cool about it is when you take it out, then pop it out. Look, it gives it like a raised edge around the edge. I hope that comes out on the video. It's just a way to give it a little more pop. Let's look at it again on the card. Can you see the raised edge? Just gives it a little something extra. And then these beautiful pearls. These are the antique pearls. I do believe they're not last chance. No. Maybe Kathy can look up that. Okay, so that's a simple one, but some of us like to go a little above and beyond, right? We like a little over the top. Yes. Okay, so this is the embossing folder that is retiring. I really should have had the name of this.
Which is that?
Can you see it?
The background?
Yeah.
Oh, I can tell you in a minute.
Okay. Anyway,
I don't know
she's
off
going
the
to
top
tell
of my
you.
head.
I know. So this is a little over-the-top card. And this is just the layers with embossing. Okay. Layered that embossing folder. And then I used this die, or this, Kathy, did you happen to sweep away the... Nope, they're probably in the box. They're right here. Okay. The stencils. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
The background is distressed tile.
Distressed tile, and it is a last chance. And look how cool it is. And look at it on the envelope. So cool. So that's the distressed tile. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What were those pearls called?
They're antique pearls. And then I actually watercolored a piece of white cardstock. Then I die cut my little flowers. I layered my flowers. So they come like this. And I just stack two together. Okay, add the little bees. And of course, we have to use dimension. Because what gives a card a zing of wow? Dimension. Made a little garden scene. I don't know. What about you? Are you an over-the-top? Are you a keep it simple kind of person? What kind of stamper are you? All right, hang on to these. I can't lose them again. Don't lose them again, because I'm about to show you. Okay, here's another card. So background stencils are cool because, of course, you can make, I don't know, a background. a whole background. And here's one made with these background dies. I'm going to show you real quick how to do that. Again, these are just die cut, and sometimes I sponged them to give them a little extra color. And these are the iridescent something. I had them in the bag, I thought. Okay, let me show you how to do this. Here they are. Iridescent faceted gems. What I like about that is it picks up whatever color you put it with. If you put it with blue, it picks up blue. You put it with purple, orange, yellow, whatever it is, it picks it up. Okay, let's show you how to do this. So, I think I shared last time that I found this little thing at the Dollar Tree. Good old Dollar Tree. But you don't need this. All you need is just a piece of paper or some kind of a mat. Use your grid paper and tape it. But since I have this, I'm going to use it today.
But you're going to tape it with something like painter's tape.
Well, you can, yes, use the things that we use and have shown you many times.
Or the highlighter tape.
Our highlighter tape. Okay, use our highlighter tape.
And our means Lynn and Kathy, not
Stampin'
Up.
Not Stampin' Up. No. Or painter's tape. Or anything that you can use some washi, but sometimes washi will actually pull the paper up. And we don't want that. Ain't nobody want that.
Ain't got time for that.
I ain't got time for that. So I'm going to start with number 1. And again, there are notches. I think I showed you that last time. And I just put a piece of washable, a little bit of washable marker up there because I can just wipe that off. And then I'm going to line that up. And I actually can see through. In fact, I think I will just see through and skip that. So that was my practice. Okay, can you see what I did there? Line it up. Okay, and I got my brushes. And I've got one kind of dedicated to a purpley color. And we're going to use Petunia Pop. That's one of the new in colors from last year.
So it's 2024 to 2020.
And we love it.
6.
It's actually my favorite of those in colors.
Yep,
okay?
Yeah, I also like the Summer Splash.
You like the Summer Splash? I like the Summer Splash. And then you just go in circles. Put your finger on the back of the blending brush. And I'm not being too careful here. And you know what? Sometimes don't freak out about your ink blending because over time the ink does blend. As it dries, it does tend to blend up a little better. And besides, you're making a card. It's all right. It's okay. You can tap off to get it a little more even. And I'm laying down kind of a heavy layer of color here. Okay. The biggest thing about it is don't let it move. I should have taped it, actually. Let me tape it. I'll tape the next one. Okay, I'm going to lift up. Ooh, check it out. So most important thing, keep this one from moving, and then once you get your stencil on top, keep that from moving. And then I'm going to use I don't know what this is called, but I call it eyelets, you think? I don't know, dots, sprinkles, something. And I'll put that on there. Okay, tape it. This is also Post-it tape. You can also use Post-it tape or just a Post-it note. I'm going to tape that down so it don't move. Now we're going to one of Kathy's faves, Granny Apple.
Granny Apple Green.
Granny Apple Green. Do you like green apples? Granny apples?
No.
No. They're not sweet enough for me.
No.
They're too tart. I don't know. I don't like tart. Okay, let me see if I can find a green. Here we go. Here's my green one. I'm going to tap off a little bit. And then I'm going to rub on there. When you're stenciling and you're going layer on top of layer with color, the only thing to keep in mind is what colors you're putting on top of one another, right? Because if let's say you put red on top of blue, guess what that's going to look like?
Brown.
Brown. Yeah.
Not purple.
Not
brown.
Purple.
Because they blend.
Yeah. Not Kathy Brown. Kathy Brown card
Who's
tag.
Kathy Brown?
That was you. Once upon a time.
A long time ago.
You're brown. I'm a lemon. All right, let's check it out. There we go.
Nice.
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 And that's just 2. Those are just 2 stencils. It curls up a sec, but it'll even out once you put your Tombow green glue on it. So we just layer it up. Oh, I gotta cut it. That's right. I'm gonna trim it. Here, may I? Hand Kathy some stuff. I'm gonna trim it up. The stencil's made so that it does fit. This is the, is this a half sheet? Let me look. Yeah, this is a 4 by 5 1/4, but I'm gonna take it down another 1/2 inch on each side. Let's see if you can see what I'm doing. Let me move it into the camera. I'm gonna take it down another 1/4 inch on each side. And again, I have my thing marked so I don't have to think too much. And then trim off each side. You know, the thing about layers is you want to keep even layers because it just messes with your feng shui if you don't, right? It just messes with your feng shui. So I'm gonna go 3/4 for the final cut on that one. Oh, no, I need a little more. So go with your trimmer. You don't have to do math. I don't like to do math. Do you like to do math? You're pretty good at math.
No, I don't like to do math.
I don't like to do math.
Just eyeball it myself.
Yeah. And then pull it over here. I'm going to go 5 here. Yeah. And the trimmer, notice how it works up or down. Either way. All right, get that one out the way for now. Some little scraps away. All right. And then we layered that here. Center it up. Center it up. And keep an even layer. I do just usually eyeball that, but guess what? You can always use your grid paper to help you even it up, and that'll be a tip in the next newsletter. And then I did a bunch of die cutting, and I just layered on a happy day with that nice oval die, and then all my little flowers.
That oval die comes with the set?
It does come with
nice.
the set. I love the oval.
I know. Why did they get rid of this one?
I don't know. I wish they would have at least kept the dies and the stencils. Love them. Yeah, there it is. It's still there. Okay.
Beautiful.
So that's how we do it on white. Notice that it stays white, right? Because the stencil keeps it from getting colored. Oh, did I just get that? No. All right, that's a happy day. A happy day. Hand them to Vanna. Let me show you a couple more. Now this one is the same thing, only I used all 5 stencils. Okay, so that started with Daffodil Delight, and then I went over it very lightly with the Lemon Lime Twist, and then I added on the next layer with the Granny Apple Green, and then Night of Navy on top, and then layered that on. Notice how I left a bigger border on this one. Again, it doesn't matter what size the border is as long as it's even around the whole outside. And then I really wanted to pop this up. So I cut it twice, same exact die that we just talked about. I just cut it twice and then popped it over, or gave it a contour, right? Contoured it a little bit. And notice that you can do this with any. You can do this with any die you already have. You can do this. Just move it over, and you don't have to use the whole entire die across the page. And then this, again, is from that really cool Full of Life. It's full of life. It's alive. Here's another one. I'm going to show you a whole bunch of samples today. This one, I used that first die or stencil that I just showed you, and I did a rainbow, and you just do ink blending, pick up a different color, and the most important thing with ink blending is go on top of the last color and pull it over. And then for the very last one, I used the very last little stencil, and I used Versamark ink. Versamark ink is that sticky ink and clear embossing powder. And then heat set it. And look how that shines and it pops up.
It looks like candy.
It looks like candy. Everybody likes candy. I love candy. It's like my downfall.
Like candy.
I like candy. Okay, on to one of our retiring things that I will show you. Oh, here it goes. This is our retiring 2022 to 25 colors. Some I like, some I don't. Okay, here is, notice I'm wearing a boho blue. And I'm going to boo-hoo over boho. I do love it. I do love it. Copper clay, also loves these. And it's great for masculine cards, guys. Okay, I'm going to call this a baby poop.
I love that color.
I know, she loves this color. Okay, it's called something wheat.
Wild wheat.
Wild wheat, otherwise known as baby poop. Okay, I don't think either one of us like this. No, this is the Moody Mauve. However, I will say it looks...
Mauve.
I think it looks muddy, and it looks better when it's in context with other stuff. Okay, that's Moody Mauve. And then another one of my favorites, and I think you love it too, is the Granite.
Path.
No, Pebbled Path. Pebbled Path.
Hold it up next to the mauve.
Oh. See, it's not bad with that.
Yep.
Not bad with that. Looks good with that one a lot. It looks really good with,
maybe.
It's better with that one. Anyway, these are retiring or going to last chance. So I thought, hey, in honor of that, let's do a last chance card. So we're going to. And I'm going to show you how to do die cut inlay. Okay, here's the final card. Okay, notice that this is smooth. This is the die cut inlay. Did I already get ink on my fingers? Yes, I did. Okay. It's so hard not to. All right, so let's get started with the card. And here's my Moody Mauve. And we're going to go with the Pebble Path. And I did score it. You know, some cardstock really needs to be scored ahead of time because it'll fold nicer. I'm going to use my bone folder here if I can get it out. Pop it down. There's my card base. And again, that's an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. And it's just cut in half at 4 1/4 by 5.5. Okay? And I got my layers ready. First layer is that 1/4 inch around, 4 by 5 1/4 standard layer. Okay? And then I'm going to do a smaller layer on top of that. And that'll be the 3 3/4 by 5. And that'll fit nicely under my stencil. Okay, so let's stencil again. I'm going to get out my super cheap little guy and put him on there just because he's sticky and he holds it down. But again, you do not need that. All right, now I'm going to go for one of my stencils. Let's see. Let's start with, and you know, you don't really have an order here. It is okay to go out of order. Let's see which one. I think I'll go with this one next. Okay, I'm going to lay that on, center it. Make sure I'm in the right window here. And then I'm going to use my tape. Tape it down. Again, the important thing is that
take that sticky.
Oh yeah, take the sticky note off. I can stencil on top of the sticky note.
But then you have a big blank there.
Then I have a big blank. That's
that would be
no good.
called masking stenciling.
Yes. Okay, I think I'm right.
You know, you could do that. You could put like a sentiment there and then put your sticky note over it.
You can. Definitely. Definitely. Or a piece of tape over it to keep it from going. All right, let me get my colors out now. And I've got my boho blue and my pebbled path. A boo-hoo over boho. I got a feeling, I don't know. I think it might be back some of these days. I don't know. We'll see.
You're really good at knowing which ones are going to come back.
I can sometimes tell. Okay, I'm going to tap off just a little bit. And look at that. You don't have to have white. You can go right on top of your color.
So you're doing boho blue on boho blue?
Boho blue on boho blue. And I'm just a light application. I'm not doing a very dark application on that one. And this is, I don't know, they're not marked. These aren't numbered like the other ones were. So this is the little bit bigger diamonds. Okay, see that? Not very heavy. And I can check it because it got almost like a little hinge. Good, good. I like it. I like it. Okay, reuse my tape. Now I'm going to go for the little darker one. Just center it. Okay, am I right? And then I'm going to, whoa, sorry, I keep hitting the camera. That's because I like to keep it, shake it up, shake it up. Okay, a little bit darker. When you layer your colors like that, it's amazing how many variations you get. And it's the same ink pad. Same ink pad. Notice I got my finger on the back of it to keep it from snapping off this little thing. Ooh, I don't know if you can see, but it makes a nice shadow. Makes it look three-dimensional.
Yep.
I love it. Okay, now it's time for Pebble Path. All right, I'm going to stick my pebbles. There we go. Sometimes you have to keep kind of off of it and back on it at the end to make sure you get it centered. Or if I would have marked it, I would have a nice little corner up there, but no. Here we go. Get that on there. I don't know, I think it looks like eyelets.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, you know why? I got it upside down. Ugh. No, I'll keep it that way because I had done the green on the other side and I didn't wash it yet. And when you wipe these off, they're super easy. Just a piece of good old baby wipe. All right, so I'm just going to take that. I'm going to tape it down. Pebbles. It does look like a pebble path, I think. It looks, it's just a nice, it's a greige, right? Which is really popular. Greige, how do you say it?
Greige, it's gray and beige.
A greige, you say? Okay. Okay, whatever you say. I always do whatever Kathy says. And my husband. I try. Yeah, no.
That's a tiny little brush.
I'm using the little one, yes. And these come 3 in a pack as well. You don't necessarily need them, but I like it because it gets into the crevices. And notice I'm going in little circles. Little circles. I will show you now, if all you need is a baby wipe, grab one. Like cheap ones, like, again, dollar store or wherever. Whoa, wherever you can. And I'm just going to wipe it, and look at that. Comes right off. All right, check it out. I got a little green because I did not wipe the other side. Messy? Sure. That's how I roll. Okay. Yeah, check it out. All right, there's my base layer. I think it needs a little trim. Definitely needs a little trim.
Are you doing that now?
Yeah, trim it. Let me trim it. No, I'm going to hand it to you before I stick my hand in it, which, ask me how I know. All the time.
Even I.
So what I'm doing here is I'm going to, because I know I'm going to cut this side too, okay? Let me put it up like that so you can see it. Okay, and I've got a little bit of green here I want to cut off. So instead of cutting it where I want it, here, I'm going to back it up 1/4 inch. Actually, yes, 1/8 of an inch, right? So that I can cut this side, and then I see that I got to do that, and that way I'm at 4 3/4.
So you wanted to cut 1/4 inch off of it, but in order to get the green off, you cut eighth at each end.
Yes, an eighth at each end. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to cut it. Another way to do an eighth, by the way, on this wonderful trimmer. See the dark part? If I just go over to that dark part, where the dark part ends, and the track, where the track, yeah, on the track, guess what? That is an eighth.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, how about that? Did you learn something new today?
I did learn something new today.
See that? And now I've got nice even borders here. Back at you. I'm going to line it up. Even it out. Yep. And then I'm going to use my good old Monomulti liquid glue. And I keep it upright, and I do not put the lid on even when I'm not stamping, because the glue kind of sticks to the bottom of the cup or the shot glass or whatever you have it in, and so it just pulls right off, and you don't have to. All right, let's even that up, pop it on. Okay, now I'm going to give Kathy a job. I'm going to hand her dimensionals, and she's going to stick some dimensionals on the back while I continue this demonstration.
You want one in the middle too?
Yes, I do 4 and 1 in the middle. Okay, now let's cut one of these, and I'll show you why we're going to do 2. We're going to do 2 of these. Put this aside so I don't mess it up. Oh, because I do that a lot. Yes, please. Kathy's going to go ahead and adhere the layer.
Oh, I thought you wanted me
to the base. Okay, now I'm going to get out my little mini cutter, Stampin' and embossing machine. Let's see if it goes under there without knocking the camera. I do love the mini. I love the mini because it's on my desk. If you have a big one, you don't necessarily need the mini. The mini is convenient if you have for just putting it on your desk.
For little things.
For little things.
Big folders in it.
You know what I need is a piece of boho. Would you boho me, please?
You need
Yeah.
just a scrap?
I'm big enough to, yeah, perfect. Okay, here's my scrap. Actually, that's not going to fit through the machine.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I got another one.
Oh, she's got another one. Just like the other one. So I'm going to take my diamond, and I can go sideways on it, okay? I think it's just a skosh too tight, maybe. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so here's my diamond. I went ahead and turned it sideways so it'll fit on the cardstock. Okay, now you know what that is, but before I do, I'm going to go ahead and put this and center this on. Okay, here's my leaves, stem, what you call it. And I'm going to put that, let's see if I can get that in the camera for you to see. I'm going to put that where I want that on my diamond. All right. I have to be careful not to have tape underneath of it. Tape on top of it, but not underneath. Okay. See what I'm doing? I'm creating my little sandwich. Now you could do the diamond first and then go back and do the leaf, but I will show you here how you could do them both at the same time. And I'm going to make my sandwich. When you use the little mini machine to keep from getting frustrated, you're going to do what's called the E. Notice the middle plate is back. Let's see if you can get it. The middle plate is back a little bit from the top plate. That way the machine can grip as it goes through. Okay, so I got it there. I'm going to roll. Nope. There we go. I'm going to roll through. Sorry. Here we go. Ooh, make some muscles. Yes, I don't know if I have enough strength. I need to work out. All right. Let's see what we got here. I went that too far because I'm going to use it again. By the way, every time you use your plate, give it a flip. Every time. And that will keep you from having warped plates. Okay, so notice I've now got my cute diamond with the holes. Okay. By the way, I keep this little thing. It was actually my mom's that has a magnet in it. And that way my plates don't get lost. All right. Let's put our trash away. And then we're going to use our pick tool with the pokey end to push out with the pokey things and pull that out. Okay. What I love about this die is, look, it's got lots of texture. It's got little things in it. All right, and I'm going to put that aside, okay, because I don't need that right now. What I do need is to go ahead and cut one in the pebbled path. And again, I flipped over my plate. Just keep it rotating. You can flip it this way. You can flip it this way. Just keep it flipping. And you will not have a warped plate. Okay, put the top on. By the way, notice how one is cut and one is clear. We want the cut side down, because sometimes if you put the clear side, if you put the cut side on top, you could get those random things on your image.
Kind of scars the
Scars
paper.
it, yeah, that's a good way to put it. And notice my E, okay? And put it in. I'm gonna knock the camera, make it jump. Probably not on purpose. Now I gotta use some muscles again. Maybe. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I need. Heave ho. It's really not as hard as I'm making it out to be. Let's see it. Oh, I gotta stop knocking the camera. Okay. Yes. Okay, so now I've got a cute little, put that on my thingy. Cute little pebbled path image. Oh, it's still stuck in there. Pull it out very gently. Don't rip it. Now let's go back. Here is my, take all this away. I'm all done with this machine. Now you'll see why I cut two, because I'm going to layer the two together. Okay, here's where if I were just putting this straight onto a background, I would not need to, I would not need a second one. But I'm going to do a second one here, because I'm going to use dimensionals in a minute to the back of it. You'll see why. Okay, and you just take your fingers and just push them together and line them up. So I've basically got a double layer here. And now I'm going to take my beautiful green glue, this one's being cantankerous, and I'm just going to drop, like, just do little dots all down here. Don't have to, I could also flip this image over and put it back here. Whichever way you like, it don't matter. Okay, you just want some glue down in the holes, but not out of the holes. You know, I see online, have you seen that, Kathy, where a lot of people are like transferring glue to a little bottle with a spout on it?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that, because this mono-multi green glue, it's, first of all, it's too much like work. Second of all, you don't need to, because look how nice. And then this just pops. See that?
Dot, dot, not a lot.
Dot, dot, not a lot. And look, it goes right in there, and then it's flat in there, and it just gives a really cool image. All right, back to my card. Put that on. We're going to have, of course, I got to do just a little bit of stamping. Maybe, if I could find the stamp that I already had loaded. Yes. Okay. And then I'm going to use, this is what happens after you trim off your pieces that are 4 by 5 1/4 for your layer, and also to go on the inside. See? You're going to end up with pieces that look like this. Oh, I love that. Don't you love it? I think because I can't find my...
Gray?
Yeah, I can do it in this. Okay, we will do it in this path. I'm going to stamp a little. Just a note also from this set. So I think I shared with you guys the one time I was making a card that my cousin wasn't feeling good. And so his brother, my other cousin, of course, has been such a, this is the best Yiddish word ever, such a mensch, okay? And he has been going over and helping my cousin's wife with all the things that have to be done. And so this one is going to be for him. So I'm going to keep this kind of male-oriented, if you will. So if you want to get that little flag, make one little cut in, go from the corner to the cut, corner to the cut. There you go. And then we're going to dimensional this baby up. This is how I do it. I load up my fingers. Everybody does it differently. We watched, when we went to the convention, do you remember that? They were all doing it all kind of different ways. Some people were stabbing them. Yep. Some people were picking them up. You can stab it. You can do whatever.
What do you stab it with?
Stab it with the pick tool. Remember she was doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That works too. Whatever floats your boat. Okay, I'm going to put that on there. We're going to dimensional this just on two ends. 1, 2. Put it together. And the reason I'm doing two ends is kind of wrap on top of the image that's already dimensionaled. Is that a word? Dimensionaled. Sure. It is now. Ooh. Yeah. Now, if I were sending this to a lady, okay, where'd my little baggie go? If I were sending this to a lady, I'd be really obsessive compulsive, and I would, well, not too obsessive, but I'd cut me some white flowers, okay? And then here's where the obsessive compulsive part's out. I'd cut me some blue flowers and take the little teeny tiny dots. Okay, that's a little crazy, I know, but I'd put the little blue dots. Yeah, that's not it. There. I don't know where it went. Anyway, you see. Okay, but since this is going to my cousin, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I know what I was going to show you. And also, don't forget that little piece that we cut out before. Use that for the inside. I was going to show you, and I still will. So I'm going to pull it apart real quick. If you do it right away, it'll work. I had some... Didn't I have some... I'll do it with gold to show you. So if you don't like...
Gold's on the last chance.
Gold is on the last chance.
Yep.
So if you don't like to make a bow, here's how you roll. Use a dimensional. Flip. 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 See that? And when you flip it over, there you go. You got a faux bow. A faux bow.
Faux bow.
Faux bow. All right, so don't get FOMO. Go for the boho blue. And where is my... Oh, yeah, here it is. Oh. And dare I mention this?
Ooh.
Look what you can do to your envelope. But don't forget to slide a piece of scrap paper in there. And then go ahead and stencil your envelope flap too. Yes! Okay, that's my die cut inlay. And then I share one that's a little more over the top perhaps, but not quite. So I'll just take this little guy out the way. Here's another die cut inlay. That one I used this lattice cut, die from the set, okay? Stamped it out of a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. No, 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, sorry, I'm going to flip that because that had ink on it. And then you just lay it back inside. And what I did was use a piece of this beautiful and returning, what's this called? Ooh, here it is. Thoughtful Journey, 6 by 6. And I'm going to just take that and say, okay, what makes a pretty window? Here we go. And then you can do a die cut inlay right on top of that. And that's what I did with this one. And then this was actually cut from the DSP. I found a piece on the DSP that I thought was nice. And I cut my little flowers right straight from there. So die cut inlay. Die cut inlay. Another note about that. This is our Stampin' Up! Has what's it called? Adhesive sheets. You can put that on before you cut it out. And that way when you peel it off, guess what? This backing is already sticky.
Makes it a sticker.
Makes it into a sticker. And you can peel that off and put that right on. And then put your piece on top. So if I were doing this, I'd pop this out. I'd lay it on top of the piece I want. Right in the place that I want. Pop all these out. Come on, guys. Out you go. Out you go. Out you go. Out. Out. Get out. Did you watch that movie? Get out. No. Too scary for me.
I didn't watch it.
I'm too scared. And I didn't watch it. I don't like scary movies. I don't like food to hurt me. I don't like my food to hurt me, and I don't like to watch scary movies. So I go like that, and then I just put it in the trimmer and trim this right on there. Cover it with the paper. Bam. Cool, huh? Die cut inlay. Put that back on. Beautiful. All right. Am I done? I think I am done. So, die cut inlay. Let's take a look at the cards again. There you go. By the way, if you miss our lives, they will be on YouTube.
They'll be on Facebook for a while.
For a
Facebook
while.
knocks them off, but we move them over to YouTube.
And I did add a little bling, because gotta have bling.
Very pretty.
You likey? All right, guys, I hope you try this with the dies you have. I hope you enjoyed this last chance for romance tonight. Okay, we're flipping.
We have some things to say. But
We do have some stuff to say.
You can flip while
Oh,
we
wait,
say it.
I got something to show. Something to show. And then we can flip. Next. Coming up. Oh, sorry for the mess. Don't mind the mess. Coming up, May 17th is our open house.
Yep.
It is Chez Louis at my house. It is also a BOGO. What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
I won't get one, but what's it mean?
Yes, so I will have some retired product out, and whatever you buy from the new catalog, let's say you for $20 or more, so let's say you buy $25 worth of new product in the new catalog or online, on the online exclusives, right? You're going to get $25 worth of things from the BOGO pile or stack, okay? Or the other way around. If you like something from the BOGO stack, let's say you buy $25 from the BOGO stack, you'll get $25 free from the new catalog. Same thing, only different.
Okay.
Okay? That's the BOGO. And it's free.
When?
May 17th. That's a Saturday afternoon. And it's
new
free.
Catalog stuff.
New catalog, open house, BOGO. And we will have make and takes.
Yep.
I always have a make and take, so you get to try some of the newbies, the new things coming out, and there are some cute stuff.
Yep.
In fact, next time, I actually can do an unboxing.
Okay.
I got some new stuff to show. You probably will have some new stuff to show in 2 weeks.
I already have it.
Oh, we already have it. Well, we'll show it off in 2 weeks. And then on the 14th, that's our one day of June. Oh, I should also mention we're going to have snacks. We're going to have free make and takes. And everybody gets to play with the new colors.
Right.
And it's so much fun.
And it'll be over the top because Ms. Lynn likes to rock a theme.
Who? Moi?
You.
Me? A theme?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's my favorite. And then June 14th is our one day getaway. All right, we'll flip and we'll talk about that.
Oh.
And we're back.
Well, you're back.
I'm back. She's coming over.
Here we are.
Now we're back. Yay.
The light just went off.
That's all right. That's that light. I don't know why the light went off.
All right.
You can see me.
Yep. So, our one-day event on, that's backwards now. It'll be on June 14th. And we'll be doing some projects.
Well, we got a cool place.
Yes.
It's in Howard County.
Yep.
It's out 29, so anybody coming from north down or west over,
Yep.
it's very convenient.
Yep.
It will have our own room
We have our own
for the
room.
whole day.
Yep.
And it's like a retreat, only you don't have to spend the night.
Right.
We'll start in the morning, and there'll be all kinds of make and takes. You can also bring your stuff, and you can stamp. We will have, this is a cool, we will have all of our stamps we will have all of our inks and everything there, and even paper for you to purchase, or yeah, and you can make stuff and do your own thing, or you can just bring knitting, or you can bring crochet, or you can bring nothing, sit on your phone if you really want.
You can bring a book. We'll also have all our current stamp sets and dies and punches.
Dies, punches, have our machines. Ooh. Yep. Hopefully you'll build muscles and do yours.
It's easier
better than me.
up.
It's a little easier standing up. Anyway.
And
Hey.
we're providing lunch, right?
Yeah. Oh, and lunch. Lunch is included.
Yeah, and we'll have some snacks there as well.
Snacks.
You
Always.
gotta have snacks.
Always a snack. And you can't stamp without chocolate, so
No, that's impossible.
mandatory.
Yeah.
All right.
One more thing.
Oh, one more thing.
One more thing. Today's the last day to get free shipping.
Free shipping is today.
So if you see some things that you want from the last chance list, get them. Get free shipping, and every time you spend $20, you get a 10% coupon. So let's say
For
you
your own
like everything, and you buy $100 worth, then you'll get a $10 coupon to use next time, and free shipping. So
Now, those
today's
coupons,
the last day.
do they add up? Do they accumulate?
Yeah, they do
Okay.
accumulate, and you have them for a year. So if you bought something today, what's today, April 25th, it would be, the coupon you got today would be good until April 30th, 2026.
Ooh.
So it's a year from the day you buy it.
So you can save them up and get a
save 'em
big
up.
discount, or you can use them as you want.
Yep.
You just have to sign in and say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. When you order online, it'll be a pop-up saying, do you want to join the Stamping Rewards program? And you do. Because
You
you
do.
want your rewards.
You really do.
Okay, that's it.
That's it. Now.
Bye.
Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining.